Hello everyone, welcome to One Connected Love. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Christina.
And we're true twin flames in union. And we're here to bring you this week's twin flame forecast, and this is for eclipse season. Okay, and the deck we're going to be using today is Sacred Geometry of Relationships Oracle. We've already pre-shuffled the cards, though we haven't looked at them, so we're just going to go ahead and get started here. So the first card I'm pulling now is the underlying energy or the theme of this reading. And that is card number 31, Originality. The frequency of originality supports our capacity to be unique and original creators of unlimited possibilities in every moment.
Interesting. So I feel like this card is a reminder that you create your own reality, right? Like you are constantly co-creating your reality with the divine. No one else can create in your reality without you giving them the consent to do so, right? Your life experience is up to you. So I really love that as a theme. And I think like with that energy of originality, I think it's also about getting very clear about what you want out of life.
Right. And I feel like along with that, it's about standing in your power when you need to stand in your power. That is just in short how you could give your reality power in your reality to someone else is giving them your power, right? So remaining in your power, seeing your vision clearly, and creating moving forward.
I like that.
Good. So the next card we're pulling here is the current energy, and this is for both the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine Collective. We got card number 39, Surrender. The energy of surrender supports us to let go of illusionary control and yield to the flow of love and life.
Nice. So I think the main message that I hear there is surrender control. So let's talk a little bit about what it means to surrender control. It doesn't mean that you stop caring. It doesn't mean that you check out. It doesn't mean that you're helpless. Surrendering control to the divine, it just simply means that you do everything you need to, everything you are called to do, but ultimately you choose to trust that you're being guided, and that the divine is doing things.
Right. And one thing I want to be clear about, that's great. The key word there for surrender is trust. It's all about trust. And think about any relationship that you've ever had. Trust isn't something that necessarily is something given away. It's something that's built in a relationship. And in order to be able to surrender, you might be able to surrender to some degree starting out, but the deeper that you go, you may come up against blocks. And the key to surrender is establishing trust. And you establish trust with yourself and with the divine by showing up for yourself and clearing whatever blocks come up at the time.
Yeah, I really like that.
Build trust over time, right?
Exactly. And so the more that you build trust, the more that you show up for yourself consistently, the easier it does become to surrender, because you can relax into that awareness that you are being taken care of.
Right, exactly. All right, good. So the next card we're pulling here is in the challenge position for the Divine Feminine Collective. This is card number 24, Grace. The frequency of grace supports our smooth adaptation to and anticipation of life's currents and changes as we evolve toward a higher version of ourselves on this earthly plane, bridging the divine within with the human essence. Wow. That was a long one there.
Yeah. So what I feel is grace is just, it's this energy of it's related to surrender.
I feel like grace specifically is like an energy of non-judgment.
Yeah.
It's allowing yourself the grace to move through your upsets clearly and with compassion. The spiritual journey, may feel new to a lot of people, and even those that are experienced, you will come up with blocks or challenges that challenge you. And you're learning, you're growing. It's okay to move through them with compassion and grace. And as you do so, you open up yourself for God's grace, the divine's grace, to help you move forward through your journey.
Yeah, and so I feel that in the challenge position for the Divine Feminine Collective, I feel that maybe this collective is moving through issues having grace for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe you're being hard on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you are like being very strict with yourself. You know, not giving yourself any wiggle room, so to speak, and like just really, like not having compassion for yourself. Maybe that's something you're moving through, and this is an invitation to let that love in.
Yeah, when you think about a baby that's just come into the world, they have to learn everything brand new from scratch, and you have to think about the amount of grace that needs to be given for them to have the space to learn what they need to. And it's the same for those on the spiritual path that are learning something new, connecting to yourself in new ways. It's okay to give yourself the grace to move down that path, because the truth is you do need a lot of space and support to be able to do it. Mm-hmm. So I feel like, that's the block that's worked through, that you will be working through, excuse me. The next card we're pulling is the resolution energy to this challenge, and that is card number 25, integrity. The energy of integrity supports our choice to be consistently truthful and honest while being guided by high moral standards.
So in the context of this block energy that this collective, that the Divine Feminine Collective is moving through, I think it's, maybe you're not giving yourself grace because you believe that in order for something to be completed, it has to look a certain way. But this integrity card, this energy of what you need to clear this block, this integrity card is kind of pointing out that it's not about what something looks like. It's about the choices you're making, right? And it's not about the thing ever. It's about the energy behind it, the choice you're making, right. You know, how you're approaching it. That's what truly matters, right? And so this is inviting you to get really clear on what you are choosing and to live in alignment with that and surrender kind of what it looks like to do that.
Right. I think like the image that I keep getting when I see this card is like a very robust tree trunk. And what I'm feeling for integrity, there's two components to it. What I'm getting is like structural integrity, but then there's also emotional integrity, right? And what I feel from this is like a thick tree trunk has to be very strong to hold up the entire tree. Right, and I feel like in the spiritual component of this is like what I feel coming through is that you build integrity within yourself, like you are a tree that is growing, and you build integrity with yourself by making choices filled with integrity, choices that serve you, choices that are for your highest good. Now, it may be tempting to come in and judge yourself if you're not making those choices. But this is about building, right? Building towards something new, step by step, and it's okay. You know, we're all learning to walk here before we like fly, right?
Exactly.
So this is about moving through this challenge with grace and integrity. And what does that do? That builds trust within you to continue moving forward.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, so the next card we're pulling is in the challenge position for the Divine Masculine Collective, and this is card number 33, reflection. The energy of reflection supports our growth through the insights we get from the contemplations of self and others.
Very twin flamey energy. Yeah, you know, your twin flame is your divine mirror.
So in the same way that I feel for the Divine Feminine Collective that it's kind of about self-judgment, reflected in the Divine Masculine is a challenge of blame. And it's about pointing fingers externally. But it's a challenge because when you're blaming your twin flames for something, it's the same as judging yourself. Because your twin flame is one with you, right? There's no separation there. And if you think that your twin flame is doing something that you're not doing, that can't possibly be true because you're one. So whatever choice your twin flame is exhibiting is really just to point you back to yourself. So I feel like this reflection is to let go of blame and look at the mirror and see what's being reflected back to you, so that you can see the choices you're making and what needs to be healed there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good. So the next card we're pulling is the resolution energy to this challenge for the Divine Masculine Collective, and that is card number 21, Freedom. The energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibilities and potential, boundless expression, and bold exploration. Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you get for that card?
So what I feel is that when you are blaming someone else, like with this challenge, right, you're really just keeping yourself trapped, because you're refusing to look at the reflection of the choices you're making for yourself. So by releasing the blame and accepting the responsibility of what you see in the reflection and taking responsibility for yourself, you free yourself, because then you can see the choices that you're making, heal those, and then expand and move forward.
Yeah.
So I feel like freedom is what's gained by releasing the blame, and just taking responsibility for your own experience and your own reality. And then, again, just like the Divine Feminine Collective, move through that with grace and compassion for yourself, and that'll ultimately lead to your own freedom and growth.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The conclusion energy here.
All right, conclusion energy. So this is card number 3, third chakra. The energy of solar plexus chakra helps us to realize who we are and who we want to be, so we can set a course towards our goals. All right.
Yeah, and I love how that, the theme of the reading, the first card we got was originality.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all about, like, being an original, supporting your unique and original expression.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that's that concluding energy is like your sense of self. I love that.
Yeah, it's like finding your sense of self. When I think about this is the solar plexus, which also reminds me of like personal power, and like claiming your personal power. And yeah, I feel like this entire reading is about giving yourself the grace to move through what you need to, letting go of the external as being what's actually true, but
right,
claiming, like going inward, accepting responsibility of what's happening inwardly, and basically regaining your power by moving through all of your upsets. And you gain trust from that, more integrity, emotional integrity with yourself, and then it also helps your identity.
Yeah, I love it.
This is an excellent reading.
Yeah.
Great. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading this week. Once again, we're Daniel and Christina, and we are Ascension coaches. We do private coaching, group coaching, and personal readings like these. If you need support on your journey, don't hesitate to check out the link below to our website, oneconnectedlove.com. Check out our services, see how we can support you. We would love to support you. And once again, thanks so much for watching this video, and we'll see you next time. Take care.